The Game Social has released the new FAQ about Age of Sigmar 4th edition Skaventide, the 2 April 2025. This is quite interesting because in March there's not been any new FAQ about Age of Sigmar, contrary to Warhammer 40k. And I leave you in the description the link about this Warhammer article so that you can have a referral eventually. But you have to remember that I'll go to see right now about the updated parts, so only the new things that are being brought. If you're interested about the previous FAQ, I invite you to see the link in the description because not to repeat everything, I only talked about the new things. So let's go to see about what has been updated and then the details. And so here we can see that has been brought update for the Chorus, Spearhead, Terrain List and Glossary. Here technically it's something a sort of updated part, so it's not completely new. It's only an integration about the things, about the terrain and the Spearhead modification and so on. So pay attention, because it's something that Games Workshop should do also for Warhammer 40k, because it will need a kit update about the basic. Then about the Legend Compendium. Here it's how you decide if you want to go to see or not. The faction pack of the Sylvaneth that see some update. Also for the Hedoneth of Slaanesh and for the FleshEater Courts that has seen a little bit of modified but are really quite important. Remember that all these changes are inside the battle profiles and rules updates. And here we have to see quite a lot of things. So step by step we see now. And so we can start to see about the battle profiles and rules update, starting from the points, because there are a lot of factions and see a little change about the points, so not bad at all. We can start with the City of Sigmar that I see a lot of units seen a little change, also having an advantage because decrease on point. Some unit has seen an increase, but we can see that generally it's a gain, so not bad at all. About also the Dota scheme, we can see a change, but more about the regiment options. So, okay, understandable, nothing peculiar anyway. Then we can find about the facility. Here, it's a sort of adjustment because some unit decrease, some unit increase. I can say that almost they remain stable, but I think that it's quite welcome. Okay, it's a little adjustment. About the Hedoneth Deepkin, there is again, because we had two units that decrease of 20 points each, and the Kellyan Leviathan that increase of 10. Okay, it's quite welcome in my opinion. Anyway, then we have about the current overload that I can say that the game, because we have the Arcanaut Admiral and the Grandstone Gunholder that see 20 points each decreasing, and sincerely broke garrison, it's a charter, so it's not a problem having a 10 increase on point. I think that it's balanced in some way, so not bad. You can gain quite a lot. Also about the Luminate Realm Lords, we can find that they had a little adjustment about the regiment option, but units that see a decrease on point of 20 points each the mass, so it's not bad because I think that you lose quite a lot of them, so really quite welcome. Then we have about the Seraphon that here it's quite interesting. We have Lord Crook that see an increase of point, and I can say that okay, sincerely I don't see that it's so great, but it's nice. But it's most interesting about the part that see a decrease on point, because we had the Saurus Allblood on Carnosaurus and the Saurus Scar Veteran on Agadon. That sincerely I appreciate because are two units that play quite a lot. So saving this, it's really wow, nice. I quite appreciate. Moreover, we have 40 points decreasing for the Stagadon. So much better if you want to do a monster army. Really, here it's quite welcome because 40 points are a lot. If you play, for example, 2 Stagadons, it's 80, so it's almost a unit that you can add. So not bad because you can add directly a unit of skinks like this, or even change a bit. So it's not bad at all in my opinion. About the Stormcast Eternals, we have something that it's quite welcome because the Silas Emperor 30 points to discount, not bad at all. And also we have other units that have seen a change because the Lord Commander, Bastion Cartalos, here I think that it's not so much used. The Lord Imperatant, wow. Also the Lord Veritant and the Lord Vigilant on Grief Stalker. This, it's strange because it's a new model, so okay, welcome. Also Nif Black Talon, 20 point of discount. In Rasta, again, so not bad for the ones that play them. Also the Annihilator, 10 points of discount. The Annihilator with the Meteoric Grand Armors. So it's really quite having a good effect in my opinion. Okay, not bad. Only the Persecutors and the Vanguard Raptors and the Vigils are seen in the increase point, but think about the Secretors, 50 points gained, so they become much more really intriguing to add to your list, so not bad. Also the Questor Sworn, 20 points, so you can say quite a lot, eventually try to change something, not bad. The Sylvaneth has seen something that it's about the regiment of optional adjustment and the adjustment about the twin world that technically it's new, that is has a base size change, so not bad also this one. Then we can find about the Beast of Chaos. Here it's increase on point for 2 unit, okay, but we have also the Dragon Ungos that see a decrease and the Ungos increase, but it's strange because you have to remember that soon this should be moved to be legends, so see such adjustment for the Beastmen, I think that it's really quite welcome, and I still hope that will go to be released a new button with completely new range of models about the Beastmen. Moreover, because you have to remember that the actual models for the Beastmen has been announcement to be moved completely on Old World, so it's quite interesting, really. I quite appreciate it in some way. Then the Blades of Con that see some decreasing, some adjustment on more. So here we have quite intriguing. I like more about the, for example, the Schoolmaster that see a decrease on point, but the Bloodfist that it's adjusted so that the version of Inside Rage and Unfiltered Fury are better, really quite close in point. So I think that it's good, in my opinion. So not bad. Then we move to the dishboard signature that see some decreasing and some about increasing, but a little gaining maybe, depend by the type of list that you are going to use sincerely, but not bad. Now we have about the Hedoneth of Slaanesh. Also here some adjustment that can be also quite important. Think about Charlatan Helheim that has 30 points gaining and Sigvard 20, so really quite intriguing. Okay, we have Beastbat 6 that has increase of 10 points, but having the charters that see a really intriguing decrease on point, it's not bad. Then we move about the Magotin of Nargo, and here you can gain quite a lot because you can see that tons of units have seen a really great increase of points. Think about the Lord of Affliction 20, the Ogoth Demon Solver 20, the Erotigus 30, also the Crucible Black Trolls 30 points, so a lot. And since for the Lord Bright only 10 points increase, I think that you can really play quite a lot, so it's not bad at all. About the Skaventide, sincerely here I was not waiting some adjustment. Okay, there is something about the notes and the regiment option. Okay, I think that I could be understandable if you think that has been added the Skaven Overcross, so okay, understandable, because it's also all related about this. A little decrease on point about the Master Mulder and the Warlock Engineer, and quite a lot about Helping Abomination. So it's quite a gain for the Skaven, in my opinion. Also here we can find other units that see a little decrease. Sincerely, I will not have the adjustment in decrease about the Judge, but okay, it can be understandable anyway. Then we move on about the Slate to Darkness. Also here we have some adjustment quite little, so okay. Still about the increase about the God Summon and Belacor of 20 points. Okay, but Demon Prince, you can see Abraxia, you can save 20 points each, so not bad. Also, a lot of things, in my opinion, that can be really quite intriguing. Okay, the Chaos Chosen in case of 20 points, but I don't think that you'll use so many of them, and anyway, you can really save from other sources, so it can be done without any problem. Because we have, for example, also the Legion of the First Prince Blood Crush that has 40 points decreases, so quite a lot, sincerely. Anyway, I think that it's quite intriguing, in my opinion. Then about the FleshEater Courts, here it's quite interesting because, okay, the Aberrant Cardinal 10 points increase, I think that it's understandable without any problem. A decrease of point for the Aberrant Ghoul King on Tarot-Guest and on Zombie Dragon, I think that it was always welcome, and sincerely I think that we see again a decrease of point to reach about 300 points. It's always like this, because these are overcharged in points and then step by step decreasing. And we see if in the future this year we see the new button about the FleshEater Courts. And okay, the Maruskur Herald 10 point, I can understand. And sincerely, Usharan, I understand this increase of 20 points because it's overused in a lot of roosters, so I can understand. About the Morgenbend Knights, not so much. I don't find them so crazy to need a 20 points each increasing, but okay, essentially it's a bit of pity, but if you play, for example, about the Tarot as we've seen, you can absorb something, so it's not bad in a winged list, so okay. About the Night Hunt, we can see some adjustment about the regiment option and nothing about the points. Remember that later this year we see for sure the bottom of the Night Hunt. And here's something about the Ossible Reaper that surprised me really quite positive, because Archcavallo Zandos 20 points decreasing. I'm not interested, but welcome. The Arcan, the Black 20 point, welcome. The Mortis and Boneshaper 10 points. Sincerely, here, based on the actual rules for the Boneshaper, I think that they could decrease even more. The Mortis and Reaper, as usual, it's a fall-in of the Wolfing point because it's not used. But 100 point, I think that it's correct. Okay, I think 90, 100, it's correct. Anyway, it's really quite good. What I liked most is the Gothic Harvester 30 point decreasing. This it's really quite welcome because, in my opinion, it's quite nice. I have rules where I play 2 or 3 of them, so it's really quite intriguing. Even if play 1, it's something that it's even worth a unit of eventually the Fridays. So it's quite saving because this change could be make that you can adjust your rooster to include unit or change a unit for another. So I have some, for example, some rooster where I missed some point, and with this discount I can make an upgrade or about a reinforcement about the Mortal Guard, for example. So really quite welcome. I really quite like it, sincerely. I really welcome. Then about the Subblade Gravelord. And here, I'm not quite sure about this because has been announced that soon in April has been going to be released the limited version about the Subblade Gravelord Bataton with the box. And so they're coming out the new ones. So this update will come, but remember that it's for a short amount of time because soon we see a complete update of tons of things, so the rules and so on. So this will be what there are. So Radukar the Beast 30 points decrease, okay. I like anyway the Vampire Lord at 20 points decrease, it's really quite welcome. The other Wolf, this 10 points more, okay, really they need it. What are in the Fangs of Lulamia that are used so many, or in the Virkos, not so great in my opinion, but anyway, okay. A Vargest 10 decrease on point because it's welcome, really. Here, decrease on point, it's always welcome about this unit. About the Brosplit has been updated lately, so it's okay that there are not any change. About the Gloomspite Kits, here we see some change, but are more correction for the part about the size measure. But change about some units that essentially, okay, they are new, so really need to adjust again like this. But anyway, not being the points anyway in the bottom, it's not a problem, so okay. And it's really quite interesting anyway, because this decrease on point maybe could be balanced better. Sincerely, I have not played a lot against them, so I can't evaluate completely, but I think that it's welcome when it's a discount for the unit. And then about the Angels, that see a little change about the regiment option, so okay, it's simply something that it's an adjustment in such a way, so not a problem. About the Cool Boys, here I'm surprised because again, a little change again about the regiment option and a little about the Killer Boss, okay. Also here, simple ones, but not having the problem of having this in the button itself, it's okay. Then we have some bad news for the August Motorize, because see both the Frost Lord on Stormhorn and the Huskard on Stormhorn having an increase of point, lucky not too much, but you have to pay attention. And some change about the regiment options, so okay. Also the Ogre Gluttons, here I think that they are not so much used, so I can understand the increase on point. And anyway, the Stormhorn bestriders and increase on points. So the rules based on the Stonehorn, I think that it's a bit of pity to see such increase, because you risk to lose something. Okay, so understandable, but a bit of pity in my opinion. Now we have about the Sons of Behemoth. Here it's interesting because we have an update of 20 points for King Brad and 20 points less for the Kraken Eater Mega Gargant. So a sort of balancement. Okay, if you play both of them, it's the same. Then we can go to see about the Regiment Renault. These see new Regiment Inductors, or they are linked to what we see about the change point for the units. Because, for example, about the reinforcement of the Tide, here we have a 20 point decrease, but remember that inside we have the God's Vest that see a 30 points decrease. So, okay, you have to pay attention that technically you still save points, but it's not completely as much as the points that you can save for the God's Vest. So I think that it's okay, quite balanced. So not bad in my opinion. As you can see, there is quite a lot of little changes for different units, so not bad. And again, some things that you have to remind if you're interested about including these in the various regiment of renown and so on, but I think that could be interesting. Think about Cricketer's Corebook, that 60 points less, it's tons. Okay, it's really quite intriguing in that way. And again, something that you have to think. For example, we have also about the Jarion's delegation. Remember that the Maruk School held an increase on point. And so seeing 40 points decreasing, it's welcome in my opinion. So it's really something that you have to pay attention, really quite a lot of intriguing eventually to, so I can say, make you include something. But there's been some change also in the Warhammer Legends, because usually it's not done. It's not so often that we see such changes, so it's something that we have to pay attention. Okay, and really some adjustment about the unit for the Hedoneth Deepkin and the Illumined Lord, but we have to pay attention if there is something that you are interested, because maybe there is something that it's worth for you to pay attention. Anyway, not tons of them, but anyway, there's been, as you've seen, little changes, so you have to see if there is something that it's something that it was that you wanted to play and has been see something here. So now we can go to see about the Urus update themselves. So let's start to see about the Urus, and we can begin with a fact that has been quite interesting added. So using abilities. Change the point to use reaction. Starting with the player using the ability, the players alternate using any abilities with an appropriate reaction timing. Players can choose to pass instead of using a reaction, but once both players consecutively pass, no further reaction to that ability can be used. Amazing, clear, wonderful. But do you remember that you had something like this before? Yes, because if we move up, we can find that in the frequently asked question in the FAQ has been deleted the previous FAQ that was reversing a previous FAQ again. So okay, this has been about the reaction timing completely messed up. Okay, but see one thing, you know for sure what has been changed. It's one thing that I love about Age of Sigmar, because we have the FAQ and you don't have to search what has been removed or so on. We know for sure that has been deleted because there is there. In the next FAQ will be out, okay? But we can know for sure that this it's out. So we can know that this has been changed. So this I love about. So for sure this one is much better. This vulnerability description. So wonderful. Then we have about guarding hero. Here it's replacing about the effect. So about the guardian hero, the effect replace it remain about if the hero is infantry, they cannot be picked as target of a shooting at made, but before it was units. Now it is models more than 20 inch from them. It's changed quite a lot, because it means that now if you have some models that are more than 12 inch, you can make that those can't shoot. Before it was that anyway could be shoot because the unit was within. So it's really quite an important difference. So really not bad at all. I quite like such thing. Then we have, as I said, the directed part. We can move on. You can find that many of them remained exactly the same, so it's something that you have to pay attention, so much that we had to move about the advanced rules now. So here we can go to see about the advanced rule errata. Here we can find this updated part, and what has been changed here about the covering fire, that also again something that completely changed a bit in some way and so on. It's exactly the same. What has been changed is that you cannot pick manifestation or faction talent feature as target of this ability. This is the change. So again, quite good as updated part, sincerely quite good. Then we have about the obscuring. We changed to obscuring. A unit cannot be targeted by shooting attacks made by enemy units that are not within its combat range if it is behind or wholly on its terrain, on this terrain feature, unless it has the fly keyboard. So okay, you take note about this, but it's really quite intriguing because you have to pay attention more about the shank feature that has obscuring as rules. So really quite intriguing. And then we can find the facts that for the main part about these event rules are the same, but you can still find something new. For example, we have this that if a power level 2 or higher wizard miscast their first spell, could they still use the banish manifestation ability in that phase? Yes, miscasting only prevents that wizard from using any more spells in that phase. This, I think that it could be seen a secondary one, but it's really quite important because it confirms that anyway the wizard could use their option about the spell to at least be useful for the banish manifestation, so really quite welcome. Then again about manifestation, so if a manifestation has multiple parts, for example the Gemini of Null Jish, and this is in combat, can one part of the manifestation be in combat while the other part is not? If one part is in combat, can the other part make a Palin move? If any part of manifestation is considered to be in combat, the entire manifestation is considered to be in combat. If one part can be Palin, all parts can Palin, but must all Palin towards the same unit as per the rules for Palining. So this it's really quite interesting, as you can see, because it's a way to clarify much better. So this should be coming from before, okay, but nice. Then can my army include a War Master, for example, Sigvar, Prince of Slaanesh, in another hero regiment? Yes, but only if your army include another War Master unit, since your general must lead a regiment, and you must pick a War Master as your general if there are any War Master unit in your army. So here it's something that make you sure about what you can do with this War Master. So I think that it's really quite nice in such a way. Then about Path to Glory, we don't see anything else. About the glossary, we can move on. So again, doesn't change. Again, also about Spearhead, Fire, and Jade, nothing new. Also about the fact about them. So I quite like because they change rarely, but they are consistent when changed. And then we have something change about the Gen Handbook 24-25. Remember that soon there will be this about the 25-26. So pay attention because soon this will be updated. And we can find something change about again the price beast. This is one thing that continuing to change. So okay, but what we can say about such change, it's a little change to notice because it's in the first sentence. So pick a friendly non-unique monster unit that has not been reinforced. Exactly the same as been at unit, and that change has not been. So it's exactly the same, simple change. Okay, remember that soon we see this part change because it's going to be released and that's been yet announced, the Gen Handbook 25-26. So we see what will change anyway. Then we have this fact that it's about when using the priority target ability, does each model in the attack unit need to be within 12 inches of the target to benefit from the +1 to hit and wound rolls, or does the attack unit need to be within 12 inches of the target unit? The attack unit needs to be within 12 inches of the target. Remember anyway what we've seen in the previous facts, so that anyway the unit gain the bonus, but only the models within can target. So it's a little thing to notice. Okay, so we can see about the faction packs. Here the mass part of them remain exactly the same. We see something new about the FleshEater Courts. We've seen that there has been an update about the faction focus, so that faction pack. So here it's one part of the change that is updated. So this change is about the effect raise the balance. Each time an ability returns at least one model, slim model, to a friendly unit that is not in combat, after that ability has been resolved, if that unit is a Ceres unit, you can return one additional slim model to it. And if it is a Knight unit, roll a dice on a 4+, you can return one additional slim model to it. So, okay, a bit under compared to before, but okay, nice to know. It's something that anyway can be used and doesn't look too much about the use of raise the bonus, so quite nice. We'll see something also about the Hedoneth of Slaanesh. Also here we're seeing the faction pack that has been updated. It's also cause these little things, so pay attention about. And as you can see, the most part of that remain exactly the same. So there are a few things that has been changed, but if you're interested about a particular army, I suggest you to see, control if there is something that it's important for you that it's been changed. For example, here we can see about here the Sylvaneth that has been changed about the Ghost archers. So you cannot end that move in combat with the effect of the Zero Fitness. So little changes maybe, but better to notice. And I've heard about the facts for the faction packs. We have something that it's related about that on its Slaanesh. For example, this when using the Joyce Battle Fury ability, does the successor need to have slain any model in turn in order to add 1 to the attack characteristic of the Impaling Talons for each Battle Fury token they have? No, Battle Fury token are gained and the successor can heal on any turn in which the successor slew any enemy models, but can gain the additional attacks on any turn that they have any Battle Fury tokens. So, okay, it's simply something that you have to remember. As you can see, if you're interested about, you go to control which ones. Then we have about the other digital contents and so on. Here we can see something, for example, about the Legend War Score for the Ember Watch. So, if you're interested about something, you go to see about them. Then we have something related about the battletons, the specific ones. And I like because there are a few, but for example, the Gloomspite Kits, they are quite new. So see yet having from the previous month, okay, February in this case, some facts, and then having again some facts here, it's not something that I quite appreciate because they change even some abilities, some characteristics. It's not all about explaining, it's about changing the working. So okay, not the best in my opinion. Can understand the facts, but this change, I think that should be something done before, so completely clear before to publish. Okay, about the Orruk work again, but here the changes are a little less. I can eventually understand, okay, but still also again this much changes, it's not quite welcome. At least not many facts change, not at all. And then we have also about the Skaventide. Here see some changes again about this. I can see that it's a sort of updating to the move on about the battletons. So okay, I can understand sincerely, but still you have to pay attention because there is something that changed about the sprint of the Vermindom and about the Stormfiends. That see quite often something to adjust. Okay, then we have about the Slate to Darkness. That see again some changes. So we pay attention. Nice to see that it's again about Pledge to Slaanesh eventually. And it's simply something that you have to watch for because anyway it's not something quite great that change, but you have to pay attention. And we have again something that is updated about the button Stormcast Eternals. What has been strange, it's the part about adding the Ruination Chamber keyword bar, okay, that we've seen to Janus, but add also the Ruination Chamber ability to the War Scroll, so that okay, it was for sure that if you add this, should be having also the ability. Okay, anyway, we are for sure that it has also this Ruination Chamber, so that make a rest roll of d6 on a 4+. That ability has not effect on this unit. Remember that it's once per turn, but okay. Have also some update about the Vanguard Chamber of Skull, so okay, nice. Here it's welcome. So not many understand, but we have anyway something that it's quite important about, for example, the facts, because we have that in the roster option box, in the first bullet point, replace must be included and must be your general with This unit gain the War Master keyword, must be included and must be your general. A little change, but this War Master keyword it's important. Okay, so little changes on the end, but pay attention. About Path to Glory Ravages cost, here you can see if you're interested about playing with that, because it's not quite complicated, and anyway we've seen an update, and there is not again something changed about Path to Glory and Spearhead. I can say that I like how they remain solid, really quite intriguing, at least in that. So what do you think about such facts? Are you okay with them? Are you disappointed? Are you indifferent because they don't touch you? Because I think that in a way it's quite interesting. The change about direction, I think that it's welcome, and I like that I can see that has been changed. About the part for using the banish manifestation, even if you miscast, it's quite welcome, and okay, it's really something that avoid any misunderstanding and clarify. So quite glad. So maybe little things, but nice. I think that the main change it's really about the part for the points, because tons of faction has seen really quite a lot of change of points. Little ones maybe, but really quite balanced in my opinion. I think that there are little adjustment. Sincerely, I'm quite happy about the Ossebo Reapers, because even only about the Ghost Harvest see me quite a lot of points that I can use for other things, so quite welcome. I'm still hoping to see the market guard being a little cheaper, but we see. Anyway, quite welcome, really. I'm really quite glad. About the Subright Gables, we've seen a little change, but soon we see a complete renewal. So, okay, we see a change. The General Handbook, okay, but soon we see again a change, because it's going to be released the new one. So we see that soon with the summer change will be quite a great update. So there will be a lot of things to discuss about. Still, I think that I'm quite satisfied. I like how the things are brought on, so you can know for sure what has been changed, what has been updated, what has been removed. I like how they are treated, and there are not so many pages as we've seen for Warhammer 40k. So again, I love such things, but I'm curious about your opinion, so write in the comment. Anyway, from deynonmod it's everything. I invite you to subscribe to the channel, to ring the bell so to receive notification about new video, to comment under here about this video, or if you want to suggest me new videos. So I hope to see you again to the next time.